Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been in the industry for about 5 years. I run mostly social, female-focused products, and I specialize in optimizing conversion funnels for now e-commerce brands. So I founded Pixel House Media, which is a full-service performance marketing agency to help service these brands and improve their sales and their funnels for social traffic. And I also started Women in ADTECH about 2 or 3 years ago with the goal to just bring together the women in the industry to connect and yeah.
How did women start to get into ADTECH?
Just the trend of the meetups that we have organized based on that. I think that before they were just very informal, casual, like let's just get together for breakfast or drinks before the conferences kick off. And the reason why I started is because as you can see, it's a male-dominated industry and a male-dominated event. And it's just nice to have that like girl time to talk to each other, get to know each other better. It just makes the experience of working through these 2 days much better. You feel more confident, and I think that yes, I think that the industry through these 3 years that I have been working with women in ADTECH, I've seen the trend of more women in the industry, more women taking leadership roles, more women starting their own businesses, and the Women in ADTECH events have also been kind of formalizing in that direction. We went from more casual meetups to she-commerce yesterday, which was amazing, a partnership with Shopify and Wham, where we had a room full of 80 women, you know, some that were just starting their first stores that day, others who already have solid e-commerce businesses learning how to scale, and so many great ideas were shared, and I think that does inspire more women to kind of take on the challenge of starting their own businesses.
Imagine you are a newbie affiliate entering the industry today. Which vertical or niche would you choose? What would be your strategy for success?
Thinking long term, I would recommend getting onto e-commerce, but I think that it's important to kind of build that foundation of affiliate knowledge first. In terms of the basic skills of direct response, you know, reading the cash advertisings of the world, STM forum, you know, attending Affiliate World Conference and just getting that basic understanding of what is the set of skills that affiliates should have, and then pouring that over to e-commerce, because that's what really makes affiliates in e-commerce so successful, is that direct response strategies that they use.
What's the biggest challenge for a newbie in the affiliate marketing?
Spy tools are getting better and better in terms of you set something live, it might be in someone else's radar and being run by someone else the next day. So I think at the same time affiliates need to arm themselves with these very tools and sign up for the ADPlexities and the What Runs Wheres of the world to kind of have that competitive advantage, or at least be on the same page. Yeah, I think that's very important.
Which are the 3 skills an affiliate should have to be successful and to become a super affiliate?
I think definitely the hustle is number one. It's something we talked about yesterday at She-Commerce. There's this like myth that some people are so great that they make it look so easy, you know, like you have these amazing stories of like overnight success, but there's a lot of lessons from failures, and it's important to just keep pushing. So I think hustle would be number one. Number 2 is like the data analytics mindset. Nowadays, you have to think about leveraging audience pixels and list data and cross-platform retargeting, and you really have to be able to have an analytical mindset. So I think that would be number 2. And I think being creative definitely helps. I think that's the competitive edge of a lot of affiliates, is when they can come up with strategies that are out of the box.
Some affiliates are saying that traffic is getting more and more expensive and that it's hard to get profitable margins. Which advice would you give them?
I think that comes from the heightened competition that there is nowadays. Affiliate marketers, when it comes to Q4, for example, we're competing against the biggest brands and advertisers in the world for the same traffic, which makes CPMs much higher. But I think that as long as you apply really solid direct response strategies, you will always win, in the sense of conversion rates can be not that high, but if your click-through rate is really high, your CPC prices won't be that, your click prices won't be so expensive. So I think that as long as you stay focused on creating, using multivariate testing tools to optimize funnels and get the highest conversion there, the actual offer or products that you're running, you know, you're not just being like, this is the price of the CPM and this is the conversion rate of the project. There's so much in between that you can work to optimize. And yeah, it's not easy, but there's definitely, like, don't give up, I guess, is my message.
Which are the tools and resources for competitive intelligence that every affiliate marketer should use?
Multivariate testing tools to optimize your funnels, like your Optimizely's and Hotjars of the world, where you can really dive deep into the heat maps and how long people are spending on each section of your page and where they're looking at first. And I've seen, based on my experience, even the most minor tweaks in headlines and just changing a few words or increasing the brightness and contrast in an image for it to stand out more in a feed makes a world of a difference. And sometimes that gets overlooked as like, oh, I'm not going to make so many variations, but it does make a huge difference in the end, for sure.
What are the most common mistakes you see affiliates making?
Especially now, when everyone's kind of in this gold rush towards e-commerce, affiliates get really excited and they want to like pick their product and launch their store. And I think a big mistake that people make is to not build their audiences before they launch their product. And what I mean by that is leveraging the lookalike audience tools and the pixel data to create an audience that's highly targeted and interested in your product. And you can do that by creating like giveaways or creating like a simple landing page with a enter your email here to get this product for free. And that's a way to split test your product by making, if I make it blue or red, would it sell more? What should I call it? So just kind of gauging that interest from the audience and would people even want this for free in the first place, you know? I see a lot of affiliates setting up their stores for e-commerce or going heavily into dropshipping without even having kind of like built a foundation first. So yeah, I would say definitely build your audience first before you launch your product.
Which traffic sources or traffic types do you explore and why?
Mostly ran social, Facebook and Instagram, a lot of Pinterest for my US, UK, and Canada offers that I've run is also an amazing traffic source for e-commerce. I really have been having a great experience kind of leveraging cross-platform data. So because traffic sources are developing these really smart pixels that you can create lookalike audiences with, like Facebook has it, Pinterest has it, Twitter has it now, kind of combining the traffic from search and native to build audiences from that traffic and retargeting them on social has been giving me really good results. So I think picking the traffic sources that you have experience in and trying to combine them by using pixels is definitely the way to go.
Which sources of information, knowledge, and training should affiliates use to stay updated?
It's a really good question and kind of a challenge that is getting harder and harder for newbies to, once they enter the industry, there's so much noise now. Like everyone's a guru nowadays and they're selling their course of like how to become a millionaire in 2 days. And I think it's important to attend conferences like Affiliate World where you can really kind of meet people and, you know, these are the brightest minds in the industry in this 2 days in one place. So definitely attending conferences, joining forums that have historically had a lot of impact in the industry like STM. And I think Facebook groups for your specific niche, like if you want Facebook ads or if you want e-commerce, if you run native, there's these very high-level focus groups where people share a lot of valuable insight and information. So I think those would be the go-tos.
Should affiliates read a specific book to succeed?
I really like the books that aren't so affiliate marketing focused. I like the ones that kind of teach you a more of a mindset change. This year I read Hooked, which was amazing. It's about Silicon Valley guy who has this like experience in gaming and understanding what are the hooks that kind of drive people to be kind of like addicted in a good way to apps and products online. And it's incredibly kind of like eye-opening and mind-blowing to understand what are these little like cues that you can have from external and internal that affect why people keep coming back to buy your product or use your app. And the other one is Flow. It's also a book that talks about reaching the state of flow, which is when you find yourself in that like that moment in your mind where you're just in absolute, most productive, most output, most joy in finding things. And I think we all do the best work that we can do, and we're creative and we're excited when we find that flow state. And this book kind of gives you like a roadmap of what things you can do, how to train your mind, like tools that you can create for yourself to kind of always bring yourself to that flow state. And I think that's very important because, like I said, the hustle, to be successful in the space. So kind of maximizing your productivity is key.
What can you say about the hottest affiliate marketing trends for 2018?
E-commerce will keep growing significantly. I think retail online will keep growing the perception, the value perception that they have of performance marketing. And I think this is easily the most brightest advanced minds in performance marketing. And like Alexander Nix today was talking about how agencies and huge consulting firms are growing towards the data science aspect of things. And I think that we have a huge competitive advantage as affiliates in that aspect. So I think e-commerce tied together with performance marketing will keep to grow significantly. And I think that video ad placements in all different traffic sources are definitely key to success as well, and will keep growing significantly. And the ability to build audiences off of video engagement, I think e-commerce and video combined will be huge.
What were the biggest surprises in affiliate marketing in 2017?
Industry is evolving as a whole kind of forcefully in a way, because the traffic sources that are so hot right now, like Facebook for example, they're kind of tightening up their compliance and what you can't and can't do. They're coming down really hard on black hatters, so it's kind of like creating this like a more competitive landscape, but also pushing people to run white hat offers and white hat tactics. And I think that's really good for the industry, for the outside perspective of the value that we can add to other aspects of businesses. And I think that was definitely a positive surprise for me, and I think that one that will keep happening next year. I think it's going to be harder and harder for affiliates to be able to successfully scale running black hat campaigns, and that's good. That's a good thing.
What are the opportunities and threats you think will come about in affiliate marketing?
Affiliates leveraging traditionally affiliate tactics to apply that to very innovative businesses, things that aren't necessarily associated to affiliate traditionally, will keep being kind of like a trend. I see affiliates talk about like how they're working in businesses, and I'm like, wow, I had no idea. That's so unrelated. But when you come to think about it, we're so good at like direct response tactics and understanding consumer behavior online, because we really dive deep into the funnels to make the most out of every click that we buy. We spend so much time trying to understand what works and what doesn't, that I think we can apply that to pretty much everything, and every online business could use a good affiliate marketer internally in their team to help grow. I mean, it's a buzzword, but like, we are growth hackers, we really are.
How do you see Mobidea?
I think that you guys have such a huge presence in not every single conference, but in the mobile world as well. Kind of always pushing to the trends and staying on the cusp of innovation when it comes to technology and like mobile retargeting and reach. So I think that I personally haven't done much with mobile content. I've always stayed focused more on the social side. But I know for a fact that Mobidea is kind of like the go-to network when it comes to that.
Why did you decide to speak about 5 steps to create a product that sells?
So I chose this topic because it kind of illustrates my experience, and my goal was to help the women who have affiliate experience because they come from so many different aspects of the industry. They work for affiliate network or if they've been affiliate themselves. And the speech was kind of walking them through the process of how you can leverage the wealth of knowledge in the affiliate industry to build a business. In my case, I kind of used the offers that were available and smart conversion funnels to kind of prototype a product before I actually decided which product I wanted to go to and start a store for. So I basically was focused on like the health and beauty vertical, and I created a conversion funnel where I plugged in all the offers I had available at the back, and it's like in a quiz way. You ask users like, what are you interested in, what are you looking for, and a script that would generate, would direct them to the offers based on their answers. And that was like an effective way that I found to kind of test, what's the demand and supply for offers in the demographic that I was focused in, and it kind of guided me in the right direction. Like, okay, there's a lot of demand for this product, there's not so many offers for it, and I'll choose an offer and just kind of make it better. So my speech was about that.
Any future plans you'd like to share with us?
I recently founded Pixel House Media, like I mentioned, which is a full-service performance marketing agency focused on servicing female-focused brands. I'm really excited about that. I think that it's kind of in line with a lot of what's going on in the industry. It's really exciting to see how these single affiliates are like these marketing powerhouses. We provide alone the same services that huge agencies provide. So I think it's really cool to see everyone kind of creating an even more competition for these like Mad Men style agencies solo, which is great.